And one really cool thing, and this is something that was asked for a whole lot by Bentley users, is the addition of a third selectable option for configurations. So in MicroStation, we've had workspaces and work sets for quite a while, but even prior to Connect, you had a lot of folks that said, I would like a role. I would like what my job description is, my division that I work in, the department that I work in, and that in addition to work set and workspace. Well, MicroStation has supported roles for a while, but you had to set it a different way. Like a lot of companies might set it on, the user login. So a user logs in, it looks at a text file, it compares it, knows what your email address is or your login is, and says, oh, this person's an admin or this person's a CAD operator. But it was sort of done behind the scenes, and it was done by by CAD administrators. Now we have the ability to select a role, so a user selectable role on the work page in MicroStation. Okay, there are a couple rules. For example, these roles are nothing more than configuration files, CFGs, just text files that are placed in there that set MicroStation's variables. They set configuration variables that sort of control how MicroStation works and how it appears to the user and the way it sort of functions. Now, those are sort of, I don't want to say hard-coded, but they're tied to, in this case, you can see my example, Bentley Connect training. They're tied to the workspace itself. They're tied to the workspace root. I shouldn't say tied, they're associated to the workspace root. You'll typically see it where it says standards or work sets. That's normally what you might see, but you see I have another directory called roles. So first off, as we move forward, any new workspaces that you create will have a directory called roles already created for you. If you went and had 15.2 loaded right now and created a brand new workspace, you will see a new directory called roles. That's already set up and ready to go. If it's an older workspace that you already created, you're not going to have roles. How do you get it? Create it. Just create a directory called roles, populate it with a couple of CFG files. Again, this is more for the CAD manager, and MicroStation will pick those up and automatically add them to the work page. Now, I kind of geek out on this stuff, as some of the other guys do as well, is that let me show it to you. And it's pretty neat. What it allows us to do is, depending on the work set that's selected, so if I select the one called Acme, for example, I only have my workspace and work set. But when I go to the Bentley Connect training, you'll suddenly see roles appear. Just as work sets are contained within a workspace, roles are also contained within that workspace. And then I can select the type of user that I am. Oh, I work in traffic. I'm a CAD user, a CAD administrator. The list can be whatever, whatever you need it to be. All right, so those are the configuration roles. Really neat new feature that was added. We supported roles in the past, so there's nothing new there, but what we didn't do is allow you to pick them from the work page. We allowed you to select them a little bit differently. They were done via a CAD manager, typically by login or by a group that you participated in. Much easier way to do it.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.